Have you ever wondered what home really means to you? Is it just the place where you sleep at night, or is it something deeper, something you carry inside, even when you are far away? Maybe home is more than a house or a room. Maybe it's a feeling, a memory, a smell, or a voice that brings peace to your heart. Have you felt that warm feeling when you return to a place where people know your name, where everything feels familiar, and where you can just be yourself without thinking too much? If so, you know that home is not only about the place, it's about feelings. It's about connection. It's about feeling safe, accepted, and loved. When someone says the word home, do you think of a house, a family, a country, or maybe a memory that you keep with you wherever you go? Maybe home is where your loved ones are, or maybe it's a place you left long ago but still think about sometimes. For many people, the word home brings a feeling of peace, comfort, and safety. You walk into the room, and everything feels familiar. You know the smell in the air, the sound of the clock, the way your chair feels when you sit down. You don't have to explain yourself. You can laugh, cry, stay quiet, or talk loudly. No one asks you why. They just understand because you're home. But for others, the idea of home is not so easy. Maybe you moved many times when you were young. Maybe your family did not feel safe or warm. Maybe your home was full of noise, problems, or silence. If that's true for you, then the meaning of home might be something you are still trying to understand. You might look for it in other people, in quiet cafes, in favorite songs, or even in small daily things that make your day feel better. Sometimes we try to make the feeling of home with things: photos on the wall, warm lights, a soft blanket, a cup of tea in the same mug every morning. These things can make us feel calm. They remind us of better times or help us believe that peace is possible. And sometimes we find a part of home in other people, not in buildings. Maybe it's the friend who always listens when you talk, the teacher who believes in you, or the stranger who smiles at you when you're having a bad day. These people make you feel seen, like you are important, like you are not invisible. And when you feel that, even for a short time, it feels like home. Home can also be a memory that lives inside you. Do you remember the smell of your mother's food or the sound of your father's voice? Maybe you think about the old chair where you used to sit and do your homework, or the way the sun came through your window in the morning. These memories are small but strong. They can make you feel safe, even years later. Even if you live far away from your first home, these memories stay with you. Sometimes we don't notice them until we need them, when we feel tired, sad, or alone. That's when those memories come back, like a soft voice saying, "You're okay. You're not alone." And sometimes you feel like you have lost your home. Maybe you moved to a new place, and it doesn't feel right. You can't find your usual way, your food tastes different, and you miss the language, the people, or even the weather from your old life. This feeling is hard. It can make you feel like you have no place to rest. But with time and with care, the new place can start to feel like home too. You meet new people. You learn the streets. You find small happy things in the new life you're making. And slowly, your heart starts to say, "Maybe I belong here." Some people think home is just where you sleep. But I think home is where your heart feels safe. It's the place where your smile is real, not fake. Where you don't need to hide who you are. Where you feel understood, even when you don't say much. Where silence is not scary, but peaceful. And that kind of home can be in different places, at different times in your life. It doesn't need to be forever. It just needs to be true. Have you ever sat in a place that was not your house, but felt more like home than the place you left? Maybe you were in a library, a classroom, or a friend's kitchen. Something about that place made you feel calm and real. That is the feeling we all look for. That is the power of home. And what about when you are with yourself? When you are alone, but you don't feel lonely. When you listen to your thoughts, and they're not full of fear or stress. When you walk slowly and take a deep breath. Could that be home too? Maybe home is not always a place or a person, but a feeling inside you. To know yourself, to accept yourself, and to be kind to who you are. To feel calm and happy in your own heart. That's not always easy. We are often too busy, too tired, or too worried to stop and listen to our feelings. But when we do, we sometimes find that home was inside us the whole time. Some people lose their homes. War, problems, disasters, these things take away houses and cities. But still, these people try to find small pieces of home again. In a song, in a prayer, in a smile, in other people. That shows us that home is not made of bricks. It's made of hope, memories, and love. So maybe the real question is not, where is your home? But how do you keep home with you? Is it in your actions? Your words? Your kindness? Can you be a home for someone else, someone who needs to feel safe and welcome? That is something strong. And the more we understand this, the better we become at making a life that feels full, not just full of things, but full of meaning. If you have ever felt lost, tired, or far from what feels like home, remember that you are not alone. We all have moments of searching, of feeling like we don't belong. But the truth is, home is not something you find only one time. It is something you build, again and again. With every good choice, every kind word, every small act of care. You build it every time you forgive yourself, every time you speak honestly, every time you choose peace. And when you do this, you make the world feel a little more like home, not only for you, but for others too. So again, what does home mean to you? Is it where your story started, or where you can write your next page? Is it in someone's hug, or in the quiet of your own thoughts? Is it something you lost, or something you are learning to build now? Maybe it is all of these. Maybe it changes as you grow. And maybe if you look closely, you will see that home is not far away. It is inside you, in how you talk, how you treat others, and how you live. Thank you for listening to these thoughts. I hope they helped you feel more calm, more understood, and more connected. May you always carry a piece of home with you wherever you go.